Hi, Barn. Hello, children. It's Uncle Ingo again, all the way from Texas. Do I have a story for you today? This story might be more for older children because do you see the title? Oh, let me show you. Uncle Ingo's Cigarettes. That's right. And this happened a long time ago. In fact, I was probably, well, I'll show you. Let me show you some pictures of myself. Here, a caution for parents. I have some graphic pictures, but children at least age 5 or 6 and older should be okay with this. But here I am when I was 4 years old, the big picture. And then I was probably 9 or 10, and then 14, no, 17, and the black and white picture, and then bottom picture, that's me at age 18. Somebody saw the picture when I was 4 years old and they said, oh, that's cute. uh, they said that's about 80% cute and 20% mischief and trouble. Somebody else said, oh no, that's 20% cute and 80% mischief and trouble. When I was a child. But this is where I grew up uh, when I was a little older, Stuttgart, and the suburb is called Feuerbach. It's like Oslo, and then outside of Oslo, a smaller town. You see a water wave in the forest in the left. This is where I rerouted creeks. Well, first I dammed them up and watched the water go higher and higher, and then I broke the dam, and that was a lot of fun. Didn't have TV and no internet, and I grew up without a smartphone. And there's the train station. You see the little train to the right? Oh, that is a mess right now. It's a huge construction site in Stuttgart, Germany. Our train station is a dead end street. So what that means is the trains come in and to they have to go back out the way they came in. They can't continue. It's a dead end. So what they're doing right now, so here's the train coming in. They are lowering the train station by 20 meters, 30 meters underground and turning it 90 degrees. And then the trains come in, they can continue. Can you imagine putting an entire train station underground? I want to show you this red square in the woods. Well, outlining the woods here in Stuttgart. In those woods, I played a lot. I built forts, hideouts, secret tunnels. Um, I watched people go jogging and walking and just had so much fun playing in the woods. But I also did something bad in there, and I want to tell you about that today. I smoked cigarettes in those woods. So to do that, I had to find some Deutschmarks. We didn't have euros back then. And in Germany, we have public cigarette machines. You want to hear that in German? It's a long word. Zigarettenautomat. And you put in 2 or 4 Deutschmarks back then in there, and you pull on the package you want, Marlboro or Camel, or what else did they have? Krone, uh, Crown. And they still have those. I was surprised. I thought in the 21st century they would do away with those. I also had to get matches to light my cigarettes. I was probably 13 years old. And then I had to go in deep into the woods. I knew all the little pathways in the woods there around Stuttgart. And I took my bicycle and rode some more. And then I came to an area with a steep hill there to the right. You can see that. And I hid my bicycle so that even joggers or passerbys, pedestrians wouldn't notice me. And I lit up my cigarettes. And let me be honest with you, children. I felt stupid. Now, I felt cool. Here I am, 12, 13 years old, smoking a cigarette. But I also felt kind of dumb. You see, I had the cigarette and I inhaled. I started coughing, got teary eyed, and I smelled like smoke, but it stunk. Okay, it was not a good wood fire smell. It was different. And I smoked half the pack of cigarettes, and then something happened. I have to show you 1 second. Here we go. I thought I'll smoke the rest of my package of cigarettes. I paid for them later on, so I buried my cigarettes in the dirt. I had a little shovel and dug a hole, buried my cigarettes. Then I thought I'll come back later and smoke the rest of my cigarettes. Good plan. Well, now I smelled like smoke. And if my parents knew that I had smoked a pack of cigarettes, they would be upset with me. They might even spank me. And so I also had some cologne, perfume for men, and I sprayed a lot of cologne on myself, where I really smelled like that flavor of cologne. My parents didn't notice, but my brother did, and he said, "Do you have a girlfriend?" uh, then I went back to the woods a few days later and wanted to smoke the rest of my cigarettes. But can you guess what happened? You see that picture there? Mice had come and eaten my cigarettes. I was so upset. All the cigarettes were gone. The package was left chewed through. I had a Ziploc bag. We call it in America, plastic bag that you can close. It was chewed through by mice and no more cigarettes. In high school in Germany, kids started smoking, drinking. Now, don't do that, okay? I'll tell you why, but they started smoking, drinking in sixth grade in Germany, but only a few. Then in 10th grade, but for sure 11th, 12th, 13th grade in high school. And it's called peer pressure. If your friend smokes and drinks, you do too, but you don't have to. And I did not smoke another cigarette in my life. That's right, never smoked again. I also did never started drinking, even though in Germany people drink beer like apple juice, but I never drank. Never smoked a cigarette again, and I'm thankful for that. But this peer pressure is very, very strong. You meet behind a gymnasium, a factory, an abandoned building, and you smoke. And if you don't smoke, the other children laugh at you and call you, in English, sissy, mama boy, words like that. And then you feel bad and you want to fit in. We want to belong. And it's at that point we have to say no. And Jesus experienced peer pressure too. He had peer means a child, teenager, the same age, same group kind of as yours, and they put pressure on you to do something you shouldn't do. And that pressure is very strong. So what happened next? Well, interestingly, never touched a cigarette again. I was at the Frankfurt airport a few weeks ago. I don't fly Lufthansa, too expensive. It's a nice airline, but I had extra time at the airport. And I discovered something interesting. I did not change the pictures at all. Didn't Photoshop them, didn't put these squares on top. These are unedited pictures in the tourist shop where I bought 2 pretzels to take to America. I saw these packages of cigarettes, and all the cigarette boxes had English warnings on them. Now, children, parents, the pictures are going to be graphic, but I want to show them to you. I find it interesting that some cigarette companies decided we will warn people of what can happen when you smoke. So they say smoking kills, quit now. Tobacco smoke contains over 70 substances known to cause cancer. And here's a baby with a a pacifier and a cigarette in it. We think that's silly and dangerous. That's right. And it says here, smokers' children are more likely to start smoking. So don't even start, because if you smoke, your children will smoke as well. Smoking clogs your arteries, the pipes that your blood flows through. They can get clogged up, and then your extremities, they can die off, actually. They have to do surgery. I've seen feet like this, not just on pictures. Smoking causes 9 out of 10 lung cancers. And for men, after prostate cancer, lung cancer is the number one killer when it comes to cancers. So if you quit smoking, you're much better off. Now, I always have people tell me, but Uncle Joe and Aunt so-and-so smoked and they turned out to be 90 years old. There are exceptions, and other factors play a role in how long we live, but guaranteed, statistically, it is very, very clear science. If you don't smoke, you live longer and have less cancer. If you smoke, you're much more likely to get cancer, die sooner, and suffer. And our bodies are a temple of the Holy Spirit. So it's best not to even start. Here are a few more packages. I've seen tongues like this. Smoking causes mouth and throat cancer. How about this one? This is a lung surgery. They open up your chest cavity. I've watched that surgery actually in person one time. And this is what a smoker's lung looks like. Looks like a chimney. It's all black and tar and nicotine. Ugh, yuck. Smoking damages your lungs. And Barn, children, I want you to notice something else. Look at the price of these 200 cigarettes. 200 cigarettes for, I think it's 200, maybe a carton is 20 packs. That would be 400 cigarettes. It doesn't matter. It is $53.90. That is a lot of money. Let's say you smoke that in 1 month. Some people smoke that in 1 week. 1 month, 12 times 50, that's 600, 700. That's almost, and then you smoke a little on holidays and when you're stressed, and let's say 1,000 euros per year. 5 years is 5,000 euros. 10 years, 10,000. That is a nice used Volvo. Okay. So you're not just ruining your health, you're also wasting not only your money, but somebody else's money, because with that money, you could support a missionary. Smoking reduces fertility. What does that mean? That means when you're older and you want to have a baby, if you're a smoker, you don't have as good of a chance to have a baby. Just a few more pictures. Look at the teeth. Oh, yuck, ugly teeth. Smoking damages your teeth and your gums. And let's see. I have a few more pictures here. Smoking clogs your arteries. And they had to take off the toe and part of your foot. That's an ugly picture, right? It is caused by smoking, believe it or not. The advertisements don't look like that. They show happy young people, healthy young people with white teeth. They don't show you what happens in reality. Here, smoking causes strokes and disability. And conclusion, don't smoke. Just don't even start. And it's really not that hard. You just say no and you don't do it. Don't just say no. You make a decision. Don't do it. And that makes you tough. That's a strong person. People think if you smoke, then you're all tough and you look cool with a cigarette. No, it's the person that says no. And in English, we say you stand your ground and don't smoke. That's a strong person. Okay. So instead of smoking, let me suggest that you rather get some fresh air and remember this song. It is an old Adventist song that used to be in some of our hymnals from many, many years ago. Um, it's called the Smoking and Chewing Song. Chewing in the parlor, in a building, smoking in the street, choking with cigar smoke everyone you meet, spitting on the pavement like chewing tobacco, spitting on the floor. Is there such enslavement? Is there such a bore? Chewing, smoking, spitting, choking, sending clouds are whirling in everybody's face, chewing in the parlor, spitting on the floor. Is there such enslavement? Is there such a bore? I haven't heard that song in a long time in an Adventist church, but that would be something to sing. Doesn't that look nasty? Old cigarettes, cigarette butts, ashes. And when I was in high school, oh, I got to tell you this quick story, long children's story today. When I was in high school in 10th grade, we went on a class trip, and some students already smoked and teachers smoked, and the thing to do, and it was like a ceremony. It was to buy cigarettes without filter. In fact, you bought the tobacco and you bought the paper, and then you took it out. I watched our history teacher do that. It was a ritual. They pulled out the tobacco, they put it in the paper, they rolled it, and then they stumped it down a little, and they would thicken the tobacco in the paper, and they tapped it like this, and they put a little more in there, and they licked the paper and rolled it some more, and then they smoked it. No filter, no filter. That would go straight to your lungs. Terrible, terrible. So children, better breathe fresh air. Now, can you guess where that is? Where is it? That is Norway, not even Germany. Yeah, beautiful Norway, trees, fresh air. Much better than smoking cigarettes. Okay, so you don't have nightmares tonight thinking about cigarettes and Uncle Ingo smoking. These are my puppies from this summer. They're all sold now. They're all gone. And maybe my next children's story, I'll talk about something nice like puppies, not cigarettes or beer. And they were so cute and cuddly, but they made me sneeze. And I feel like sneezing right now just looking at these pictures because I'm allergic to animal hair. So, isn't that cute? So, remember that, and don't smoke, don't start. And thank God for our lungs, for fresh air, and for life. All right, that was it for today. I'll see you next time with an interesting story from Uncle Ingo. Morna. Goodbye. See you next time.